So the most important thing I want to mention is this year we had the highest number of schools completing the survey. 90% of the membership completed the survey, which makes this so much more helpful and actionable for members. So we're very proud of that. The benchmarking committee worked really hard to make sure that happens. And each year, the benchmarking committee looks at what's coming up in the industry. We kind of guess a little bit, right? So a couple things. One is obviously the pandemic, right? We've experienced it. We started seeing an upward trend in the data over the last couple of years, and now we've exceeded it. So what I'm saying is for revenue for exec ed, we have actually not just survived the pandemic, now we're starting into the thrive mode.
That's fantastic.
So it's a great news to share, right? So that's number one. Number two, just thinking ahead to modalities and how we're delivering these programs. So of course, again, the pandemic influenced that greatly. We saw a big dip in face-to-face during the pandemic. A lot of schools had to scramble and deliver in hybrid mode and fully online. And now we're starting to see the righting of the ship, so to speak. So we're seeing programs coming back to more fully face-to-face. But we're also seeing what we think is a significant segment doing hybrid, right? So there's somewhat of a new normal in delivery. So that's another key thing. So again, we're seeing indicators that we're out of the pandemic. And now what else are we adapting to? The third thing is AI. Everybody's talking about AI. So with AI, we started asking the questions about that last year because it's brand new. Interestingly, schools are becoming more familiar with AI, not fully adopting yet, right? So but the positive news is we're seeing that they're starting to experiment, right? I would say on average, most schools are using it on a monthly basis at the least. So we anticipated that. And so we asked the members, well, how are you using it, right? And so the category that's used the most right now is marketing, near and dear to you. And secondarily, with administrative tasks. And then we also asked, well, are you using it with decision-making processes? Not really, right? That's a harder topic to cover with AI. And beyond that, we wanted to find out, what's going on with AI. So we asked a few more questions about, what is the barrier of using it more? And 3 out of 5 schools basically said lack of a strategic focus on using AI. So, when you first see that, you may think, well, that may be a negative. Oh, we're not agile, we're not adapting. I see that as a positive, that business schools are apt enough to understand we need a strategic plan to use this, right? We are seeing schools starting to offer titles in AI, some programs, but only about 6% of the titles from open enrollment and to custom are focused on AI. So it was very nascent at this point, very early, but we're seeing schools starting to embrace it. So that's the good news. Obviously, the benchmarking committee is going to ask more questions about this. And I think what we're hearing today in the conference is there's a lot of questions, right, about how do we use it internally, externally, and how do you use it strategically, right? So that's the issue. Well, we're appreciative of all the responses, right? The members make this happen. So obviously, we're going to push them to do it again next year.